Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 10th Eternity's Embrace podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the next season, what our hopes are for it. We're very excited for it. Well, so a lot of people are excited for it. So let's see what some people have to say about it. Starting with, as per usual, Raptor.
Well, I'm hoping that Bungie decides to turn away from all this, public event, solo match made kind of thing, and we go back to the real meat and bones of a good activity in a season,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a return to a six-player match made activity. Menagerie, Sundial, uh, Vex Offensive, all were top tier seasonal activities. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they were a bit boring and repetitive, but you know what? I would prefer any of those six-player matchmade activities to anything we've gotten in the past. What was it one, two, three seasons?
Are you implying that running a public event, which is just a fucking homogenized version of everything else we've ever played, is boring?
Oh, I'm not implying that the six-player matchmade activities are not boring either. They are boring, and after a month, it's going to feel very tedious to go back in there. But I would much rather do the six-player matchmade activity than a public event.
Yeah,
Public events will
also
rely
more fun to play
heavily.
actual activity than it is to play a
Yeah,
fucking public event.
my issue with the six-player activity, with the one from Worthy, they made it extremely challenging,
Mm-hmm.
and it was quite difficult. And this was just not the good way to do it, as public events are supposed to be something easy that you just crank at. I walk into the servitor public event on the EDZ, and the Doom music starts playing for the servitor.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not ready. But when I'm walking into the I forget, was it the Warmind? It was the Warmind satellite charge up one. The Doom music was playing at me. It was crazy. It was crazy difficult, and it just wasn't a good public event. Now, while the contact public event was easier, it was still rather monotonous and not rewarding at all. Because
Yeah.
it was
Uh,
just sit
Not
there.
riveting enough.
Yeah.
That's very boring.
So it's just.
Yeah, I can
I
definitely
hope we
see
see a
that.
return to the six-player matchmade activity, as it will help out a lot. Um, and with the rumors going on that we're getting a Cabal themed season,
That would
and
be
with
dope.
some of the images that have been found in the this latest TWAB with a Leviathan symbol and what looks like a Cabal helmet, I hope we get a return to the Leviathan. Leviathan would be like a Menagerie 2.0 type of thing. Menagerie brought how many weapons, would you say? 10, 12? We had the
I
Something
have
like
no
shotgun.
that.
idea. I missed the
I'd go some.
Menagerie season, so
It was the what
Yeah.
per class.
All right. Yeah, I'd say 10, 12
Remember it was
weapons.
last.
But on top of that, they have the whole arsenal of D2 Year 1 Leviathan weapons that they could just throw in as well. We've never gotten random rolls on those before, and to be honest, getting random rolls on a couple of those would help the pool out a lot. It's an easy other 12 weapons that they could do. We could potentially be looking at a 24 weapon season, which is rivaling, Beyond Light. We're paying $10 for 24 new weapons, pretty new, quote unquote. And I'd call them
Mm-hmm.
newer than just reissues because we've never gotten random rolls on the Leviathan weapons. So
Right.
I'd be okay with that, and I think that's worth it for $10. Yeah, there'll be an exotic quest in there and a few other things, and the season pass and whatnot. But I feel like a good season, six-player match made activity. If we're actually going to Leviathan, Menagerie 2.0 with new weapons, plus the 10-12 from Leviathan, I think that's a good season. Might be That'll rival Season of Opulence. That might be the best one.
For $10, yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Plus a Trials refresh. And the Trials loot. Oof. Those new pictures they posted today. Oh man.
it did look pretty
I
good.
got I got a little steamy looking at them. I'm just gonna say. So
Ugh.
like
I
wow.
wouldn't go that far, but I did look at the Warlock hood, and I went, I might actually go into Trials next season.
Yeah, it looks good, and so I'm excited if the rumors are true. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. I think
That's
that's
my take.
pretty typical uh, with Bungie. This guy's killing himself off this game.
Oh yeah, always, dude. I'm gonna die. Just
Not
it's not gonna come
you,
true.
not you.
Oh,
Uh, you know, like I say, per usual, take anything they say with a grain of salt.
oh yeah,
Literally,
I
their
know.
entire marketing scheme is to get everybody hyped. And
Okay, yeah, it is true because we their entire marketing thing is they got a really good marketing team because they say one thing and they mean something else, and
their marketing
they're
team is like the fucking community. The community does it for them. They release a fucking
yeah
2-minute ad, and then
that,
everybody's holy shit.
And
that is
everyone
true,
overanalyzes it and looks at every tiny little detail and reads stuff that may
and
or
that's
may
true,
not be into it.
and you're absolutely right. I could be 100% setting myself up for failure here, but at this point I'm just used to it. I don't really care.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, I hope it.
I hope we get a return to Leviathan. I think the Leviathan is one of the most interesting places in Destiny,
Yeah,
and they've in the lore they have been setting it up that we have to choose sides with either Callus or his daughter. His daughter leading the Red Legion now. So I could, and there's some stuff pointing to that as well with the cutscene we got in the what was that? It was the Beyond Light id doc or whatever, with Zavala talking to some Red Legion people. We could see that. We haven't seen that cutscene yet, and I'm speculating. It was wild speculation. I got my tinfoil hat on right now. But regardless of what we get next season, I think 6-player match made activity.
Yeah. Well, in my opinion, the game is definitely more fun the more people are in it.
Exactly. What is Pinnacle Destiny content? A 6-player
Raids.
raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6-player raid. The more people you have in there, the better. So, yeah, somebody else talk. Who else? CB, what's your ideal season? CB?
Did we lose
Hello?
someone? Was
Yeah, I think
he in here
CB's
to
out.
start with?
Yeah, he was. All right, Redead, you take it away then. What is your ideal season?
See, honestly, I actually liked the Wrathborn hunts, but like you said, and like I said, more people is always better.
Mm-hmm.
So go in, have your fights against have your instance fights against a boss. Start it with a public event. That's all fine. Make it 6-player. Make it harder.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
can
I
I
agree.
can solo every single Wrathborn except for the High Celebrant because he's obviously time gated.
Well,
Uh,
he's time gated and he's buggy. He's
yeah.
really buggy.
I,
Tips
I,
for that:
I can complete
use
him.
Arianas.
I can complete every one of the Wrathborn hunts in less than a minute.
Hmm. Yeah,
From the time I kill from the time I start by the time he comes out to the time I kill him, it's less than a minute. It's too
it
easy to do by yourself.
is.
So
It's crazy. It's crazy easy. And imagine doing that with 3 people.
yeah.
It's not
Oh
even
no,
a
I've done it with
competition.
3 people, and we've just shredded. Like I think we did Savik the other day. Me and 2 of the newbies. They've never done a Wrathborn hunt before, and we shredded him in 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, it's. I really don't know what they were thinking, not making the boss a little more beefier. I understand that the shortness.
Yeah.
I get that
Not
because
even his beefiness. His beefiness is fine, but just like make it so you have to do other things as well except for kill one mob and
oh yeah, like I don't think Wrathborn should be as effective as a buff.
yeah,
Nerf that by about half.
add more
Um,
mechanics into it.
yeah, a
That's
little more.
yeah. I just got
I
boo-booed.
100% agree.
Yeah. Other than that, the
But
last I did do I think I did one sundial run and I don't remember any of it, but it required you to have the seasonal mods because there was champions in
yeah,
it.
yeah, and that added some challenge into it because whilst people don't like champions, champions are challenging.
Yeah.
They're
Now
not
they
even
bring a little
they're not
challenge in.
challenging. They're a fake challenge. Their entire mechanic is I have a big shield now, or I'm invulnerable to damage. It's not like it's actually
Yeah, but you
challenging.
can't just go in. Well, actually, that's not true. Every Nightfall I've ever done on my
Like,
Hunter, I just put on my Celestial Nighthawk and I one-shot it. Every champion that I can,
yeah,
every time my super's up. But
They don't.
they still,
They
like, they.
champions
champions
only good.
only serve one purpose, and that's to force you to use certain weapons for a meta. They forcibly change the meta via champions.
Is
And I mean, it's not the
that
most efficient way of
so
doing it.
bad, though? Changing the meta.
I don't mind it.
I don't.
I
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Like, to be
obviously it
honest,
changing a
forces you to
looter
change.
shooter. Go ahead.
It forces you to change to whatever the seasonal mods are, right? But I would have never found my Ikelos SMG. Or not my Ikelos, my 7 Seraph. Because I've literally never looked at an SMG and gone, you know what, I might like that.
Right.
But now it's like I've
Well,
had to play with my SMG a couple times because I've had to use it for anti-barrier. And I actually like the Ikelos SMG. I use it in PvP a
right.
lot. I I say Ikelos, 7 Seraph Ikelos, they're the same gun.
Yeah, that's
I just pissed off a lot of people, I bet.
yeah, you did. You really did. But we'll leave it.
Yeah.
CVO, or you can say.
I was gonna say I don't think a looter shooter should forcibly make me use guns. Just be able to use whatever the fuck I want to in a looter shooter game. I shouldn't be. Oh well, this season I have to carry around a fucking hand cannon with me for whatever stupid champion there is. Great. Or I have to carry around a fucking auto rifle for whatever champion this is. I don't like using auto
Oh, I
rifle.
use thermal
I don't like it.
overload over the auto rifle.
I don't really understand or know the mods right now, but
Yeah, I do. I'm 50-50 on this because I do like a seasonal meta change, but I don't like it all the time. Like this season, initially, I hated the fact that overload rounds were only on scout rifles and auto rifles.
Mhm.
They're so buggy and it just doesn't work sometimes. And the overloads teleport and you don't get the stun off.
I've thrown multiple assault rifle clips into an overload champion and it's done straight up nothing. And that's why I
Yeah,
switched to the thermal overload mod cuz
yeah.
even if your grenade
Co-
hit, like as soon as your grenade touches them, they get staggered.
yeah. Coming back around to that, the stasis grenades, along with I can't remember the mod name. Shoot, I think it's Surge Eater. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, it's thermal overload and surge eater. So thermal overload, your solar or stasis grenades will stagger an overload champion, and then
Yeah,
surge
but
eater, as soon as one is staggered, it resets your grenade timer.
exactly. Here's the dumb thing. There's a little exploit going around with the stasis subclasses. If you use the Dusk Field, the big globe one,
Yep.
it kind of resets the champion's timers every time they get unfrozen.
Yep.
So all you do is just spam throw stasis nades, and you have another guy spam throw solar nades, and you basically kill champions with grenades. It's awesome. I don't have to worry about overloads on scouts or autos as much.
Yep.
And the grenade part is really nice. I feel like they need to keep focusing on, have an overload nade, an anti-barrier nade, an unstoppable nade,
There's an
or something
unstoppable melee.
melee for void abilities.
Yeah.
Um, as a hunter, it works because you get the throwable smoke. Warlocks and Titans, not so much because you got to get up close and personal, and
Yeah.
in hardcore level content, doesn't work as well. But I like the fact that it's moving to nades and stuff, so it doesn't restrict my loadout.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're learning a little bit there, but I do understand CV's concerns because I hate restrictive loadouts.
it's annoying. I get it in like an end game content, like the Leviathan raids, where you had to use this loadout for this week. I get that. That kind of makes sense. But when it's in shit like fucking Lost Sectors, like in whatever that fucking stupid ass season was with the towers,
Worthy? Yeah, that wasn't
like
good.
shit like that, where I had to go in there to do my fucking seasonal shit, which was bounties. I had to go in there to complete my bounties for the fucking week, and oh, okay, well, I have to use these guns in here because these are the fucking mods of the week. Awesome. Yeah, that's freaking annoying as shit. Um, Dumb. I get it in end game stuff like challenge runs. That makes sense to me. Um, but when you just put it in content
In in
for
normal
no
content, it's a
reason
little
other than
hard.
to
Yeah.
But I don't find it truly invasive in the harder level stuff, like you say. But I don't think champions are needed in the beginner level stuff. It just makes it harder for them to learn. And to I don't want to keep having to run the same shit all the time.
Hmm.
So, all right, CV, what is your perfect season? What do you want next season?
a perfect
Other
season.
than to keep sunsetting going and to in fact cut it even down more. Instead of a 12-month
Actually,
timer, give
make
me
it
a
where you
6-month
have to.
timer.
No. Give me a 1 week timer, okay?
Oh my
It
Yeah.
god.
expires. It is
Every
deleted.
week you got to get a new weapon.
It's deleted from your inventory every week.
Oh no! Please
Yeah,
don't.
I'd
If
do
you don't
that.
have it, then you get white weapons put in your weapon slots.
That's perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah, it's so good. Then we can all boycott the game and all just wear white weapons and armor.
Exactly. For real though.
If
What
they
do you
bring
want this
back
season?
Leviathan, like you said, it better be free. Um,
I don't
what do I
think
want
they're
this
bringing
season?
back all of
Gear?
Leviathan. I think they're bringing back new Leviathan. Something new in the Leviathan. I could be wrong though.
Hmm.
I don't know. But I would be
Nah.
very I'm guaranteed 90% of the community, including myself, would be very mad if they literally just brought back Leviathan with the old menagerie and just put new weapons in it.
Yeah. And charge
I
just
would be
ten
very
bucks for it.
and charge me $10 for it. I would be very mad at that.
It's
Yeah.
macarooskies. And some fuckers
Oh
would
my
still
god!
buy
I'm
it and
already
play it.
I'm angry just thinking that that's an option.
You're charging Redead up, bro. Don't charge him up, CV. Don't do it.
I'm not
uh,
charging them up. It ain't
no,
me.
I'm charging
Button.
myself up. Don't.
Call
It's
me.
coming.
I know.
It's coming back down. I've got it.
I don't think they're stupid enough to do that, but I've been surprised before,
That
honestly.
would
No,
kill the game, would it not?
That would
no.
the
There's a
community
cult.
would call
There's
for Luke Smith's head at that point.
cult. They would still play it. I know they would still play it. I know they would. There's no way they wouldn't. I know these
No,
fuckers.
because it's Bungie, because everyone's addicted to it. But I just don't know. That seems
Uh,
that's a new low.
Like
I've already done this before. You took it out,
So great.
charged me $10 for it again, and just put new weapons in there.
You
I
know,
would.
I don't really know what I actually want. Like, what would make me happy for a season? Because I know it's not going to happen. But
You just want Black Armory
what,
2,
what,
Electric
what would,
Boogaloo.
yeah, but what would
Yeah,
make me
that would be
laugh
nice.
is what would make me enjoy just laughing at everything is if they charged $10 for Leviathan again.
I don't know what they would bring to
That would be so
Leviathan.
much fucking gold.
Unsunset the weapons, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
You
Raid
gotta re-earn them.
mods.
yeah, I don't know.
They already technically had raid mods.
Yeah. Well, those came out in
Last Wish.
they
I
came
know
out at the
had them.
beginning of Destiny 2, but they were like, was it intrinsic? I don't know what they were. It was weird. But then
I think
intrinsic
there
perks,
was
but not really.
intrinsic perks on the Leviathan weapons.
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
Oh,
But I
you're
remember in
talking
Opulence, they brought back the mods, like the solar one where you could throw a grenade, get your grenade back or something. I don't know. It was so long ago, man. I can't remember.
I think pretty sure the solar one was whenever you punch somebody, got heavy ammo.
Oh, yep, that's it.
That sounds a little bit powerful.
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah,
they were good
they were
mods.
really good. Yeah, they were good abilities.
But they only worked in Leviathan, and that but Leviathan included, what was it? Leviathan raid, Eater of Worlds raid, Spire of Stars raid, Crown of Sorrow raid, Menagerie. So it was active in 5 different things.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So they were good to use. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
What do I want for next season? A free raid refresh.
Yeah,
Where
I
they
agree
bring
with
back
you.
all 3 Leviathan raids. That'd be dope.
Honestly, I'd be okay with just the normie one. I don't really care about Eater or Spire. Let's be real.
If they
I
had a
care a
refresh,
little
I'd
bit about them,
probably.
mostly because I never did them.
I hated the armor and all of them, and they could just literally take the weapons and put them in Leviathan.
Dude, are you implying you didn't like the beetle armor?
The beetle armor that was replicated for both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I just didn't like the beetle armor.
What's wrong with you?
They went from this nice, sleek armor in, base Leviathan
Yeah.
to, an absolute, like,
Mm-hmm.
the chubby beetle running around. Just
Hunter mains, I get it. It's fine. You don't like looking like a beetle. I get it. It's cool. It's cool. It's fine.
You know what?
You just don't understand.
I'm just happy I took your freaking arms in Season of the Worthy for ornaments, okay? I'm happy I got the metal, Chad arms versus your sad little worm huss over there.
Yeah, I don't
All right?
really understand. I still don't understand what they were thinking with that.
Ooh,
There's no way they didn't
I got
just
an
accidentally
exotic.
reverse those two. There's no way. They accidentally
That
fucking
was so
made an
funny.
Excel spreadsheet, put Titan
Oh,
as Hunter and Hunter as Titan. I know they did.
that was so funny. I guess
Very
the
fucking-
Warlock's looking fresh as hell. Hunters be hitting the gym a lot, and then there's the Titans just got back from the homeless shelter eating crayons.
Actually,
Hey man, crayons have lots of nutritional value.
yeah, they do.
So, all right, well, I think the consensus is Bungie just needs to produce a good season. Give us some content. Give me a decent activity. Throw a couple exotics in there. Make me
Challenging
want to play
content
it.
that I can't knock out.
Exactly. Yeah.
My weekly, I knock out in less than an hour.
Yeah. Like give me a reason to grind the game more than just an hour. Let me pursue the hard activities. Because
Yeah.
I mean, Sundial and Menagerie both had a hard mode. And Menagerie hard mode was a hard mode. Like, god damn, that was hard.
Mhm.
The
Someone in
Sundial
my
one
chat
was
saying bring back weekly random raids like WoW, where every week you just get a different raid with scaled armar.
We've already, yeah, we've
I
talked
think
about
that
that before. Where, I mean, if we
I
had
think that
enough
would
raids
work.
in the game, that would be fucking awesome. Like if they
Well,
didn't remove fucking 5 raids, excuse me, and they just put in a fucking pinnacle drop at the end of them, and actually did something with them so people would play them. That'd be pretty dope.
no, here's what you do.
Mhm.
You got the basic raid that comes out with the expansion. That
Mhm.
one's available to play all year. You could every week you can go in there and get powerfuls. I don't think you make it pinnacle. I think you just make it powerful. But you have a raid playlist where each week, one of the how many raids are in Destiny at the time is a pinnacle, and every drop you get from that is pinnacle. Throw some challenges in there if you want, because it's pinnacle. And I think that's what you do. Keeps the end game people happy, mixes it up, spices it up. But the new raid that's out, you can still play all year before it gets put into that playlist. Or maybe even because I'm pretty sure they're going to put VOG out, not this upcoming season, but the one after. So you leave DSC out for that 6-month period. DSC then goes into the raid playlist where you got VOG playable for the next 6 months before the Witch Queen raid comes out, and that goes into the playlist.
Mhm.
I don't know, but anything is better than nothing at this point.
I've been live.
I mean, I want to talk about it. I want to bring something up with you guys. We're going to expand on this a little bit. We're going to move away from the seasonal. All right. I want to talk about Bungie's lack of communication this last season, pretty much. I really want to talk about it because, no, it's really weird to me.
Last season, fucker, they've been ignoring us for like 8 months. What do you mean?
That's not necessarily true. They're just not communicating to us. They're not communicating to us properly. Because let's not forget, going into Season of Rivals, that was the most open they've ever been. We got to know the next 3 years of what Destiny's going to look like. We got Beyond Light, Witch Queen, and Lightfall. Yeah, I want to talk about them talking to us and giving us a roadmap. Why is it so hard to give us a roadmap? I can't for the life of me understand this.
They got 6 people
Do
working
you
on.
think they have a roadmap?
I
Yeah,
I
they
hope they
like,
have a roadmap
shit,
at
we
this
gotta
point. They decided to
pull
say
together,
screw
dude.
Destiny 3. Oh my lord. Go ahead, CB.
I was just saying, like, they don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
At this point, I'm
There's
kind
no
of
way.
with you. I'm kind of with you. I dropped a pen. I'm really with you here because I don't understand what they're doing. This past month, the entire Crucible community has been up in arms. They have some of, Bungie's, pet creators are even leaving the game. They can't play it anymore, which is fine on their part. I don't expect myself to play Destiny day in day out every day now. I just don't do it. I hop onto Minecraft. I play a little bit of the new Tomb Raider game that they made free. Play some Warzone. Just play other games. That's just how I've decided to play the game now. But the people that literally sit there and praise Bungie are leaving the game now. And Bungie hasn't even acknowledged the fact that Crucible was a shit show.
I don't think
It's
Bungie
been,
will ever acknowledge the fact that Crucible is a shit show.
but they
don't.
have to now. They actually have to. If they do not do anything, the Crucible community will be dead, and nobody will play Crucible.
Yeah.
Like, ever. I don't know how bad cheating is on PC still. Is it still bad?
I run into it occasionally, but
Every now and then.
I don't even know how to tell if I'm just bad, so I don't know how to tell if someone's
Okay.
cheating or not.
All right.
But there
But
have been a couple times where I've been like, okay, that was blatantly cheating. Like I saw a guy teleported onto me,
no,
3 seconds into a
normal.
match and shot me in the face with Fell Winters.
Yeah, like I understand they're trying to keep their stuff secret and they're working with Valve, but we've literally got no update on anti-cheat since Season of the Worthy. Literally no update on what's happening or they're implementing new stuff or anything like that.
Yeah.
The Crucible has stayed the same for an entire year, other than the addition of Trials of Osiris. They've removed maps.
Let's look at this right quick. How does it make them money?
It's not so. I can see that, but if they're in this to make money, then they're losing. They really are. Why did they go free to play? Why in the world would they go free to play?
That's I've been wondering that from the very beginning.
Because I don't understand how this is supposed to make them money. The running theory was at the time they didn't do a vendor refresh because it doesn't make them money.
Yeah.
I'd rather put in playtime to get, I'm putting in like hours of playtime in strikes to get a good Xeno-class shotgun. It's like the dumbest thing ever, but I like the way it feels and I want this particular role. But I'm putting in-game time into it.
Every Xeno-class shotgun I have picked up.
Oh my god. I wish you could have given them to me.
What's your god roll? Yeah, I would kill to be able to give weapons to other players.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Let's talk about that after. But
Trading.
I'm looking for a lead from gold thresh roll. Because lead from gold is one of the most underrated perks in the entire game.
Bruh.
It completely bypasses the ammo economy issues that they're having right now, and it just makes builds that much better.
I'm so sorry, my dude.
I'm gonna
literally
kill you
5 hours ago today.
I'm gonna kill you. Where you live?
Oh yeah.
I live in Canada. You can't come here. The border's closed.
All right. Looks like I'm swimming.
He's swimming around the last border.
Yeah, they're gonna stop me as I take a little U-turn around the corner, and they're like, "I'm Canadian, bitch." And then I go, I find Redead, and I'm gonna hunt him down. But I spend a lot of time in the playlist because I want to do that. I would spend more time if I could, actually target farm these weapons. And at this point, I don't think they're looking at money. I think they're looking at player hours. That's been their whole thing for this Beyond Light thing. Luke Smith's goal was every week you're logging back in because there's something new.
I'm just gonna turn my phone off.
Right.
If they're in this for the money, they're some of the dumbest business people I've ever seen.
I mean, they're not the brightest people in the world.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Because, free to play launched, it gave literally free to play players nothing to do. So what's the point of actually buying stuff if you're not going to give them anything to do?
Yeah, I gave them
Even
what?
if I,
Red War
even if I,
and the Mercury and Mars,
it's
and that
gone
was
now.
it.
They don't even have red. They don't even have that anymore. They have a new light campaign, which introduces them to everything going on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
It's a taste. They're gonna make
Yeah,
like
no, I'm saying when it
I was
first came
just-
out, that's what it was.
Oh yeah, when it first came out, yeah, you got Red War, Curse of Osiris, and Warmind.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, even if you did buy Forsaken now, the only weapons you can get are the raid weapons. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, I just ran
Shadowkeep,
through
the only
Forsaken
weapons that
and
matter.
Shadowkeep, and they're all locked at 1060.
Yeah, so there's no point of getting those. So I mean, if I was a free to play player and I saw the stasis subclasses, yeah, that might get me excited. But they're pretty bad at their marketing scheme if that's what they're trying to do.
Well, they're not
Or was
giving
that-
shit out. They don't want to give everything out for free. If they're trying to make money,
Well,
they want you to be addicted to it.
I know, but I don't know how it's possible to get addicted to it when they
it's
don't give you anything to
garbage.
start with.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you don't get anything to start with.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I just
Overvalue
don't know.
stuff. I mean,
It's weird, but
I don't know.
I feel like Bungie's communication has been lacking. And they don't talk to their community.
Tell me about it.
Damn, bro, I'm out of ammo.
Out of ammo.
I'm not.
out of ammo.
I'm not naming
need-
another podcast. Give Raptor more.
I need to load up. No, I just don't feel they talk to us anymore. I mean, today, I saw a post from Cosmo finally acknowledging some part of the Crucible players' issues with 3-peaking in trials. He finally, I don't know what's going on over there. I know Cosmo's not in charge. I don't know who's in charge right now since Deej left. I think it might be DMG. But Cosmo finally acknowledged that. I don't know why it took them so long to say we're working on something. I really don't.
Because they're
Or just
not
to say,
working on
we
something.
hear you, we're working on it. I mean, they want all this feedback from us, but they're not acknowledging that the feedback we're giving them. For example,
I give them the right feedback.
they're looking at the wrong feedback. In this most recent TWAB, they're nerfing overall sword damage by 15%.
Oh,
Not
thank
because the player base was concerned about it. It's just because of the numbers they pulled from their game.
Yeah.
Because everyone's using the sword. Because it's that good.
Because they're fun. Lament is is a fun exotic to use. It's
Yes.
great to just absolutely shred people, but that does not mean you nerf it by 15%. Maybe you need to just nerf Lament a little bit to balance it out to make room for the rocket launchers.
Maybe instead of nerfing everything, why don't you look and realize, hey, maybe people only use this shit because it's the only stuff that actually fucking works. When
Exactly.
every single fucking raid we have has a wipe mechanic if you don't DPS the boss hard enough. Maybe we should, I don't know, put all the other weapons on a even playing field so that there's a reason to use something else.
No, and I get that 100%.
This is the only MMO that I've ever played, or MMORPG, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that consistently has your team didn't do X enough, you die.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking retarded, and I don't understand it at all. I don't understand.
Are you comparing this to DCUO and like WoW and Diablo and all that?
Yes.
I don't think I'd.
Let me look at how many raids this game has, and not a single one of them has you didn't damage the boss enough, you die mechanic, and they all have different mechanics. Let me look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43.
Okay, you're already just ahead of 7, so I think you're okay. So, like, I don't think I would.
Raids.
62
of them, and they have
crap.
unique mechanics, and not a single one of them has you didn't damage the boss enough, you die.
I come from a history of Final Fantasy XIV, and the raids there are a mix of do mechanics or die, and there are DPS checks.
DPS checks, yes, those exist, but they don't. Oh, you didn't do enough damage. Your team dies regardless. Sorry, fucker. And mechanics, yes. If you don't do mechanics, you die. That's
Well, I
understandable.
mean,
That's reasonable. You learn. You're actually learning something. Learning. Okay. In this boss fight, I need to run around, pick up a transducer, and shut off all of the fucking magic weapons that are spinning around the room. Or else the room is going to get compressed and everybody's going to die because you can't move around. Cool. You learn something. It's not, oh, I didn't do enough damage with my sword. Uh, sorry. I didn't
okay,
pull
so
650,000 damage with it. I only poured 500 and the team died because of
so
that.
I'm
so
going to
you're
tell
talking
you
about
that
the
is why I
enrage
hate
timer.
Riven.
Yes.
So okay, so the enrage timers are interesting to me
Mm.
because I don't fully understand them, to be honest. Because like in the prophecy dungeon,
Mm.
there was no enrage timer. You could take as long as you wanted,
And that's awesome.
Yes.
and that's great.
You're learning a
But
mechanic.
in fights like Riven,
Mhm.
the DPS check is to prevent a wipe, not the actual, the 6 on a room, not the cheese. The actual mechanic
Yeah.
is to stun her. That's why
Yeah.
you need the DPS.
Right.
In the way that you guys do it with that, we've all done it with the cheese.
I have
That's
yet
just
to actually succeed at the cheese because the only time I fought Riven, we only did the cheese method and everyone
well, the
sucked.
the actual method. The actual method is fun, but it's a long time.
I'm okay with
It takes
that.
about it takes about 20-30 minutes depending on the team.
But
So it does take a long time, but it is it's I don't know, because the enraged timers are weird to me.
Mm.
Like, was it in Garden of Salvation? Wow, that was a rough one. That was an incredibly
Hated it.
rough one with the enraged timer, with all the weird boss mechanics and all that. It was frustrating.
Extremely.
So I get that, and I understand that maybe that just needs to be better in counter design.
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
should be able
100%
to
sure.
pick up motes as many times as we want.
Yeah,
It
I
shouldn't
shouldn't
be.
be.
It shouldn't be. Well, sorry guys. You picked up motes 3 times. Dab dab, you're dead, bitch. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like, are we filling the boss up with energy? Is he getting stronger? I mean, we're doing a shit ton of damage to him. I mean, he should be like weakening, not fucking getting stronger, and then getting enough energy to one shot the entire group. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So I mean, was it Leviathan? Was there a no? There wasn't. There wasn't a barrier. Was there? There wasn't an enraged timer.
I don't think so.
the
Nah.
dogs had
Yeah,
their you get them
yeah,
in
the
three
dogs get
tries
one
or you
shot.
wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that kind of made sense in the Callus thing though, because it's a game show. He's just there to antagonize you.
Right.
You don't. You're supposed to put on a show, and Callus is like, "You're not putting on a show. You're just sitting in a corner acting like a bitch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kill you now." So I can see it in that sense. But for things like the garden boss, and I guess just garden in general, because the harpy thing was a little weird too at first. But we cleared that easier once we knew the encounter better.
Mm.
But the garden boss initially for us was pretty much a 3 phase. We had the 3 phase. We could not do enough damage because it was a 30-second thing.
Right.
So
I don't know.
I didn't really in Atrax. It's not a hard in Deep Stone Crypt. It's not a hard enrage timer.
Mhm.
You run out of cleanses, and you can continue to go and maybe just luck it out, and maybe if you're doing everything right, your team's operating at full capacity, you don't have to worry about ever using the airlocks. But it's not a hard enrage timer stop. It's an actual mechanic that they built in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Tanix, I don't know if there's an enrage timer. We've not gotten that far. We've done it in 1 to 2 phases every time, so they might be probably, but I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe.
I see where you're coming from though, because I do remember doing Garden, and that was terrible. Those first few runs.
It's fucking atrocious.
Yeah, that's why it initially we only had like what 2 or 3 clears as a clan.
Yeah.
We
Thank
did the
you,
first 3
Kibo.
encounters.
Smile.
So The raid philosophy for Garden was weird. I don't think it's it's an all the time kind of thing. Like, I
It
don't
should
think deep.
be, period. Mechanics
Yeah,
and DPS phases, yes, totally makes sense. That's perfectly fine.
just not hard lockouts and doing the mechanics and like and all
A
that.
one shot for not finishing the fight fast enough is not
Mm-hmm.
a mechanic.
I got you.
Also stomps. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Again, I'm
Bungie.
used to enraged timers wiping parties from Final Fantasy, and I hated them there too. So
It just doesn't make sense as a mechanic. It seems lazy.
yeah,
I don't know.
I agree. It's just something to think about for their raid team. I hope. I mean, VOG coming back. I don't remember if Atheon had an enrage timer, but guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll
But-
find it. They're gonna put one in, motherfucker. Just get ready.
I honestly don't know. But I mean, Deepstone Crypt didn't really have a true enrage timer.
No.
I can't be too mad at them for that.
Good.
But
Good.
yeah, there was a mechanic enrage timer when you ran out of airlocks to cleanse yourself. So,
Right.
and that's just because you're taking too long.
someone get this bot out of my chat.
What
Yo, is there a bot in there?
Yeah.
Yo, bot? Hey, buy fucking subscribers. No. I will
You
not.
buy him to help you out. That's all you need.
Let's see. How long have we been live?
42 minutes.
42 minutes.
Let's get one more topic in.
One
Get
more
one
time.
more topic in.
Alright.
The
what's one more
exotic
topic?
cipher quest needs to be brought down from 21 to like 15 maybe.
I
I don't know
agree.
what that is, but
All right, we need another topic.
All right.
No, I agree. The exotic cipher thing's a little much to get an old exotic.
What about the?
Yeah,
What about the? Whatever the stupid things you got to run the raids multiple times to get seals of completion
Spoils?
or whatever. Yeah,
this-
spoils of conquest.
Yeah.
In Deepstone Crypt, I actually kind of like them.
How many do you
You
get
get
per encounter?
I think I got
when
like
you do your first
24
clear.
the first time I did
When you
it.
do your first clear, each encounter at first doesn't give you any. You get a weapon.
Yeah.
At the secret chest, you get 10, so you get 20.
Yeah.
With 20, you can buy a weapon from the end chest. If I'm saying I'm going for a trusty, I can get an extra trusty, try to get a better roll on it.
A weapon? You mean?
Buy a weapon or
That
armor.
heritage. Yeah.
Or heritage. Or if you want to save up, maybe do 2 raids, save up and get 40. If you're missing, say heritage, you can buy a box that'll give you a chance of getting it again, but it costs 40.
Right.
And it puts.
I'm talking about the stuff you get and you buy shit in the tower.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no, the spoils of war, you can use them either in DSC or you can use them at the Monumental Lights to buy raid
okay.
weapons.
Yeah,
The-
that's what
the
I'm talking
raid
about.
exotics.
The raid weapons. The raid.
And I think they are
Pricing
priced
high.
priced a little highly, just a little bit,
Just
Yeah.
a
not
bit,
too much,
just a wee bit, like.
just a wee bit.
So you're
Because
saying
the sparrow costs 200. The raid sparrow, the best
Mhm.
sparrow in the game. Let's be honest. It costs 240 spoils of war.
As do all the raid weapons.
Yeah, as do all the raid weapons, which is just a little bit high. I think just make it 200.
how many raids would you need to run to get that?
I got
If I was
20 from
You get
Deepstone
20.
Crypt and I got 12
12.
from
if I ran 12 Deepstone Crypts,
Okay. I guess that's somewhat.
if you saved up and never bought anything,
Right. Can you get them without being loot locked?
that what?
Loot locked?
I
No, I
think
dropped from the
you
chests.
can get them for completion.
Like, can I sit there and run the raid back to back to back like 6 times in
Yeah.
a day and get them?
I
you
think
can,
so. For
yeah.
the spoils of war, yes.
What happens is, after your first run, you can't get the stuff from the chest anymore.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
each encounter you complete, you get 5.
Okay, that's
So you get a total of 20 at the end.
that's
So
not
you
bad.
could just run 12 straight raids in a day, get your 1,000 voices, and be happy.
I don't need
Well-
1K. I already got 1K, Raptor.
Okay, then
You were the
tell
last one.
I need the one game. Why
Yeah, I
would you want
know.
Terra, Bo?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's
Terrible.
actually not bad,
need, so.
but it's the worst raid exotic, hands down.
terrible. You know what I'm
Yeah, I got you.
saying? It's so funny.
But Like Anarchy. If you need Anarchy,
Yeah.
just do the raids and get Anarchy. Anarchy is hands down one of the best things in the game. I expect it to get a nerf in Witch Queen. I really do.
No. No nerfs, only buffs.
Because it's like the primary thing used in endgame.
I just want
For
my toaster to match my sparrow.
Jotun's pretty good. Jotun makes people mad.
Oh, I know it makes
Talk
people
to
mad. It makes me mad when I get hit by it.
yeah. But I think the raid exotics are just a little high. Take them down about 40. I think it's okay because they're old content. It's old. But I understand 1K and Anarchy are still very good. So yeah, they need to be high.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Man, I wonder how much
but
Dogecoin's going for right now.
I think it's at 88 cents.
Ooh. Doubled. Nice. That'll make
I
like
could be
600
wrong.
bucks.
Ow.
So, but
You were wrong.
I am wrong.
Yes.
What's that?
46 cents. A whopping
Wow.
2 cents more.
Well, I read it wrong then. I don't know. I
Holy
thought I saw 88 somewhere. I could have
maybe
been
at the
looking at
end.
the wrong thing.
It went up
I don't know.
88%.
Well,
I saw 88 somewhere. Okay, something went up to 88. All right.
it's actually
Nokia?
technically down by 40%.
Oh,
Nokia.
whoops. um. So here we'll bring up one last topic here. I don't have anything off the top of my head.
Bring back linear
I mean,
fusion rifles.
oh yeah, please buff them. Please.
'Cause
We could talk about the TWAB. We could do a quick TWAB overview.
you guys go for it. I didn't read it, so.
I read it. I could do a quick summary. Um, Weekly bounties from all vendors are going away, pretty much. They're doing this new system, which is weekly challenges. If you've ever played Fortnite, it's the Fortnite challenge system.
Hmm.
The Fortnite business model really do be popping off. They should have trademarked that shit, honestly. They wouldn't need to keep making a game.
Oh.
It's basically like that, and you earn things like Glimmer, Bright Dust. Looks like they're gonna hide other things in there. Maybe a couple exotic like cosmetics, stuff like that. Experience. I'm okay with it. I want to try it out. Really,
The
it sounds kind
Fortnite
of confusing.
Dude, man. I love Fortnite. It's my favorite game. I'm so glad that they
Yeah,
fucking ruined the industry for 2 years.
it really did, honestly.
That's so fucking
But
great.
I kind of want to give it a shot. Maybe there's a spin on it. Maybe there is a lot more in it than they're showing. I don't know. I can't judge it right now because it's not in front of me. Weapon buffs. Rocket launcher buff by 30% overall.
Rocket launcher.
Exotics are getting individually tuned.
Every single one of
Um,
them? Whoa.
yeah, all the exotic rockets are getting an individual buff that matches what they're doing.
Okay. I thought you meant like
Um,
every single exotic in the game was getting a fucking like tweak. I was
Yep.
like, what the hell?
they need to. Weapons like Borealis and Hardlight are going to get their own custom reload animation now instead of having to reload to change it. It's probably going to be like a knock from the Cerberus, maybe something similar to that.
Maybe.
What else was there? Fusion rifles are getting a somewhat range buff. I don't know what they're even trying to do with fusion rifles right now. There's literally no fusion rifles in the game.
Amazing.
There's
I
no
know.
good fusion rifles. I am sick of my hollow words.
Hollow Words is okay.
Yeah,
But
but
I know
it's
that
the
I
only
know they
fusion
can do
rifle
better.
I've gotten.
Yeah, it's the other one is Glacioclasm. Like there's no other fusion rifles in the game, and Glacioclasm is a Dawning specific weapon.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, got him.
I mean, and they got rid of the only good fusion rifle, Loaded Question. So I really don't know what they're trying to do there. Linear fusion rifles were not talked about at all, which is surprising, as I don't think a linear fusion rifle has been used in the meta anything since Gambit and Sleeper Simulant.
I got
Queenbreaker?
sleepered in Crucible earlier today, and I was like, that hasn't
Oh,
happened
nice,
to me
dude.
yet this expansion.
Yeah, What else are they talking about? All right, yeah, mouse and keyboard adjustments for crossplay. They're adding more recoil to the mouse and keyboard, certain weapons, so that it can be on par with controller players during the crossplay, which I'm assuming is coming in season 14 or 15. It would be super stupid of them to launch it during season or whenever Witch Queen comes out, because we saw what happened with Shadowkeep and them doing free to play. It absolutely destroyed the servers.
Yeah.
Free to play. Good idea.
Fork
knife. Fork knife.
I mean, honestly, at this point, it's just a waiting game till the next season. We get a new season trailer Tuesday, so we'll find out whether or not the Menagerie Theory is true or not. I hope I am right. I think like that would be good for the community, as that is one of the best parts of Destiny. But I hope they do it right. I hope they don't just drop Menagerie, the same Menagerie, and are like, yeah, you know what?
It's totally new, guys.
It's the same thing, just new weapons. I mean,
That'll be $10.
it sounds like Joe Blackburn, the assistant game director, wants this game to be good and is actually actively pushing for it. So I'm rooting for Joe here. I believe in Joe. I do.
Not a political statement, folks.
Not a political statement. We do not get political on this channel at all.
Never.
Never.
Me?
That's why it's a podcast and you can't see my MAGA hat in the background.
Yeah. my big fucking Trump poster I have on my back wall.
Exactly. That's the whole point. But I think Joe could help out a lot. I think they need a leadership. It looks like Joe is pointing them in the right direction. Since I don't think we've heard from Luke Smith in a while, I think he might be keeping his head down. Mark
out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, so don't know, but we got a state of the game coming next season, which is good. Need one of those badly.
Everything's fine, guys.
No, they cannot say everything is fine. This thing just doesn't have anything about Crucible. I am so sorry, Crucible guys. It's time to move on. It really is. Go get another addiction, because they don't want you here, and I'm sorry.
They don't.
That's terrible.
PvPers, get on. This is a PvEer town.
Okay, we did not say that. That was CV. CV is entitled to 5 free statements of his choice per podcast.
I'll choose 50.
No, you get 5, sir. You bought the Mosin. You lost 45.
Can I get this lava to move or what? Man, I'm just sitting here for 5 minutes.
No.
I bought the Mosin. You're just jealous.
Actually, I am, because I just want an AR, and I can't find one in Colorado.
Yeah, good luck.
I know. But I think next season, I got to get a good season out of Destiny, or it's going to be another long year.
Yeah.
Outriders actually looking like it's going to be a good looter shooter. They're being very transparent, showing us a lot of stuff. And I'm actually I'm rooting for it here, because I kind of want a good looter shooter at this point.
Download DCUO. Raptor,
and maybe I'm not going to DCUO.
You don't have to go DCUO. Just download it so you can get the fucking free skip.
And so then if you ever do,
yeah. So if you ever do,
but
Destiny's gonna fucking shove a stick up your ass.
If anything, Outriders will be a very good game. Hopefully it's not an Anthem. Please don't be an Anthem.
I'm still waiting for them to fix Anthem.
Nah.
I'm willing to give it a shot when they fix it, but they have to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know what BioWare was thinking, releasing that piece of shit.
I weren't thinking shit.
But if Outriders turns out to be good, not only will it help out, this section of community, because the MMO, the Destiny community is a hard community to win, but maybe it'll light a fire under Bungie's ass to actually do something about the game and actually talk to people, rather than just thinking, they're gonna come back. So,
I mean,
let's be honest. I'm gonna be back day 1 of the new expansion.
Yeah.
Just
Ready to
anyways,
go for the raid.
they got me by the balls, but hopefully Outriders is like, I'm gonna wait a couple weeks for that Destiny thing, because I want to play this Outriders thing.
Yeah.
I want something new here.
That'd be pretty
So-
cool. I mean, I'm a DCO guy again. Talk to the boys. Kind of abandoned the boys.
Abandon the boys
I'm back.
again.
I'm back. I'm back. Destiny made me fucking do that shit. I'm not playing that
I
fucking game.
know.
They fucking
Hopefully that
my
we gotta
mouth.
get next.
Give a shit.
We gotta get a good next season. It has to be good or something at this point.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for Trials again because the loot looks awesome, but it's Trials, and if no changes are made, then I'm just gonna grind out the loot for my hunter and never touch it ever again.
Right.
Regardless of what they put out next season, I'll be there for Trials and Grandmasters, and that's about it right now. So
Yeah. And I'll be here for the next DCO expansion.
okay, what's it called?
We don't know yet.
Sinestro's butt plug or something.
Nah, we already fucking whooped Sinestro's ass. We're done with the Lantern storyline.
Okay, so maybe you're fighting Batman. I don't know.
We might be fighting Batman Who Laughs. That might be the next expansion.
I'd actually, if that happens, you might have me there, CB. That sounds pretty
We
fucking
we
cool,
already
actually.
we actually already fought him. There's been two expansions on the Dark Multiverse.
Oh.
We technically beat him last time, but we didn't actually beat him because the story. I'm not gonna spoil nothing, but we break his legs, and he's like, "You didn't actually break my legs, retard," and then he leaves.
I'm pretty sure he actually says that too. Damn.
He does say that.
All right. So,
Yeah.
pretty much a summary. I hope next expansion features a 6-player activity or season. I mean, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
expansion. I shouldn't get the.
Expansion
Next
is getting
season-
a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah, next season features a 6-player match-made activity. If everything's correct, I hope it's something to do with the Leviathan. I hope
Hmm
we get a good loot selection. I hope they not only get us new ones, but get us, I wouldn't call them reprised. I'd call them random rolled Leviathan weapons.
Mhm.
I hope that would be a nice thing to add. On top of that, a couple exotics, and I think you got yourself a good season.
hmm
But
Whether it's
And-
3 or 6, man, I just want it to be slightly more challenging. Like,
definitely a hard mode.
Make it doable solo. Because otherwise you're alienating everyone who doesn't have people that they can play with.
Yeah.
Make it doable solo, but don't make it take 50 seconds to clear it.
Well, that's the glory of the 6-player one because you just click in the queue and you're in there.
Yeah. If you add matchmaking into it, then yeah, you can do it solo.
Yeah. So,
Next time, we're gonna talk about.
are we doing something next week, or are we waiting?
Oh, we can wait if we want.
Because I don't think we have anything to
Leave
talk
your friends
about next
behind.
week.
Well, no, we can talk about what is it? The option of a regular and hard mode and event mode. So
Event mode.
I'll touch on this next week.
Okay. All right.
But,
Well, we also have the trailer for the new sea stuff, so we can.
Next week we can actually get more information out.
Yeah. So maybe we can do that as well as talk about the hard mode, event mode, and
reg event
reg mode.
hard mode.
Reg mode. I think that would. All
We
right.
can
So
talk
we'll do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Attorneys Praise Podcast number 10. Hope you had fun. Bye.
Because I sure did.